Starting a business used to mean finding a location, paying rent, stocking up on inventory, and hoping people in your neighborhood cared enough to walk in. It was expensive, risky, and more often than not, people had to take out loans just to get off the ground. Fast forward to today, and things look completely different. You can start a business from your bedroom, run it from your phone, and reach customers around the world before you even have your morning coffee. A big part of that shift comes down to platforms like Shopify. It's basically the modern starter kit for anyone with an idea, whether it's a clothing line, a digital product, or even a service. The barrier to entry has never been lower, but the key is understanding how to actually set up a small business the right way on Shopify. Now, if you're curious about giving Shopify a shot, there's a link in the description that gets you a 3-day free trial, and after that, it's only $1 a month for the next 3 months. Pretty solid deal if you want to test the waters. The first step isn't technical, it's your idea. Before you even touch Shopify, you need to know what you're selling. That might sound obvious, but a lot of people jump into e-commerce backwards, picking a platform first and scrambling for a product later. You don't need to invent something brand new, but you do need clarity. Are you selling physical products like handmade candles, skincare, or custom shirts? Do you want to sell digital goods like ebooks, templates, or music? Or maybe your product is actually a service like coaching sessions or design work. Shopify supports all of these equally well, but the foundation has to come from you. The best ideas usually come from scratching your own itch, something you wish existed that doesn't, or a way to make something better than what's already out there. Once you've nailed that, Shopify becomes the engine that powers it. When you're ready to dive in, setting up a Shopify store is surprisingly simple. You sign up, pick a plan, and you're essentially handed a blank canvas. Once you're in, the first real decision is your domain name and your theme. Your domain is your brand's address online, and it should be something easy to remember and spell. As for the theme, Shopify has a bunch of free and paid options that make your store look professional out of the gate. You don't need to be a designer to make it work. A clean theme, your logo, and a bit of consistent branding go a long way toward making your store look trustworthy. After the skeleton is in place, it's time to add what actually matters: your products. This is where you'll spend a lot of time, because product listings are more than just pictures and prices. Think of your product page as a salesperson. It has to convince someone to buy when you're not there to explain it. High quality photos are essential, and your descriptions should do more than just state facts. They need to show the customer why they should care. Instead of cotton t-shirt available in 3 colors, explain how it feels, why it's different, and why it's worth their money. If you're selling digital products, clarity is even more important. People can't hold what you're selling, so they need to understand exactly what they're getting, how they'll receive it, and why it's valuable. The same goes for services. Packaging your service as a product with a clear price, process, and outcome makes it easier for customers to hit that buy button instead of hesitating. Of course, a store without traffic is just a pretty website sitting in the void, so marketing becomes the lifeline of your small business. Shopify makes it easy to connect your store to social media channels, run ads, and even send email campaigns through built-in tools. But the real long-term strategy is telling your story. Anyone can throw out product photos, but people buy into brands that feel real. Maybe your candles are inspired by places you've traveled, or your digital course comes from years of experience in your field. That story is what sets you apart in a sea of similar stores. Paid ads can get you visibility quickly, but organic growth through content and community is what builds loyalty. SEO matters to optimizing product titles and descriptions so people actually find you through Google. The point is, marketing isn't optional. It's the part that takes your store from existing to thriving. Once you've got the basics running smoothly, scaling becomes the next challenge. This is where Shopify's app ecosystem really comes into play. You can automate your email marketing, set up loyalty programs, or even add subscription options so customers keep coming back without you chasing them. Maybe you expand your product line, or maybe you double down on your best sellers and invest in better packaging and branding. Growth doesn't always mean adding more. Sometimes it means refining what's already working. The great part about Shopify is that it grows with you. You don't have to jump platforms just because you hit a certain revenue mark. That said, it's easy to make mistakes early on, and most of them come from rushing. A lot of beginners jump straight into dropshipping without research, thinking it's the quickest way to make money. The problem is, if you're selling the same product as 100 other stores with nothing unique about your brand, you're just another face in the crowd. Neglecting branding is another common pitfall. A bland logo, generic theme, and zero story behind your products will make your store forgettable no matter how good your items are. And on the flip side, overcomplicating things in the beginning can be just as damaging. You don't need 20 apps, 10 product lines, and an elaborate marketing funnel to get the best start. The best small businesses on Shopify usually begin with one solid product and a clear, simple store. At the end of the day, Shopify isn't just an e-commerce platform, it's the backbone of your small business. It takes care of the heavy lifting so you can focus on building something that matters. Starting a small business on Shopify doesn't require you to be a tech wizard or have a huge upfront investment. What it does require is clarity on your idea, effort in building your brand, and consistency in getting your products in front of the right people. If you can do that, Shopify will handle the rest. And that's going to do it for today's video, folks. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, a like and subscribe would mean a lot. Don't forget to check out the Shopify deal in the description if you haven't already. And if you're interested in sponsoring a future video or working with us, you can reach out through the email down there as well. Thanks so much for watching as always, and until next time, take care.